Hello everybody and welcome to Storytime with Auntie Vina. I hope you're doing well. It's good to be back. And today's book is My Two Grandads by Floella Benjamin and illustrated by Margaret Chamberlain. So are you comfortable? Have you got a drink? Have you got a snack? Then let's go. My Two Grandads. Doesn't that look lovely? Aston loved music and so did his two granddads. Grandad Harry, his mum's dad, was from Rochdale in Lancashire, and Grandad Roy, his father's dad, was from the island of Trinidad in the Caribbean. But now, both the granddads lived in the same town as Aston and his parents, which made Aston very happy. And best of all, Grandad Roy and Grandad Harry were musicians. Aston wanted to be a musician too, and whenever he could, he would find something to play music on. An old biscuit tin to bang on like a drum, a kitchen roll cardboard tube to blow through like a trumpet, 2 spoons to knock together like castanettas, or an empty tissue box with elastic bands round it to pluck like a guitar. "I love music," Aston shouted as he played. "Yes, we can tell," said his mum and dad, smiling. "You do take after your two granddads." So here we have Aston. So there's his granddads right there. I think let's double check. Yep. So this is Grandad Harry and Grandad Roy. And over here is our imaginative musician who has turned everyday things at home into amazing instruments. That's something to try. Grandad Roy played the steel drum in a steel band, and Grandad Harry played the trumpet in a brass band. Aston enjoyed visiting them and listening to them practice. One day, Aston said, "Grandad R, am I big enough now to play your steel drum?" Let me see how tall you are today," said Grandad, with a twinkle in his eye. "Stand next to the drum." Aston stood as tall as he could. Well, you're growing fast. I reckon you're tall enough to reach across the drum. "So I can play it?" asked Aston, bursting with excitement. "Yes," said Grandad Roy, "but first I'll show you how to hold the sticks. That's what I had to do when I was a little boy back in Trinidad, where steel drum music started. I used to play steel drum with my band in the carnival there." "Like you do at our local carnival," said Aston. "Can I play too?" "Not yet," smiled Grandad Roy. "You'll need lots of practice first." "Come on then, Grandad R," said Aston, waving his sticks in the air. "Let's practice." That's really nice, having something to learn and share. And I do like the steel drums. If you haven't heard them, check another YouTube channel and see if you can find one. Or better still, when we can, get to Carnival and go and listen to one live. Aston loved watching Grandad Harry practice on his trumpet too. It always made him laugh because Grandad's cheeks puffed out when he played as if they're about to pop. "Oh, Grandad H, your cheeks are always puff out like balloons when you play." "That's because I need a lot of air to make a sound come out of the trumpet," laughed Grandad Harry. "Can I have a go?" asked Aston. "I'd love to learn to play the trumpet." "Well, you're a big lad now, so I think you'll have enough puff," said Grandad Harry. "Let's see if you can play a note." There's Grandad Harry's cheeks. Can you make your cheeks go big and puffy? Let's try. Ready? That's what you have to do to play the trumpet. You have to push all that air out. Aston put the trumpet to his lips and blew, but no sound came out. "It's broken, Grandad H." "No, lad, it's not broken," smiled Grandad Harry. You have to take a deep breath, squeeze your lips together, and blow. Have another go. Aston pounded his lips together and blew as hard as he could, but all that came out was a tiny squeak. Oh, that sounds funny, laughed Aston. Grandad Harry laughed too. Don't worry, lad. It was just the same for me when I started learning to play. I wish I could play in a famous brass band like you, Grandad H, said Aston. You will one day, said Grandad Harry, if you practice lots. I will, said Aston. Aston is committing to the trumpet. Well done, Aston. So, Aston practiced the trumpet whenever he visited Grandad Harry. He puffed out his cheeks and blew as hard as he could to try to play the notes. He imagined himself playing in Grandad Harry's brass band. He really enjoyed playing, and soon he learnt his first tune. It went like this. I am not going to pretend I can do the tune, so we can just imagine together what it must have sounded like. He practiced the tune over and over again. There's Harry with the full brass band, practicing and watching. Whenever Aston visited Grandad Roy, he practiced on the steel drum. He would sway from side to side and imagine himself playing in the carnival. Soon, he could hit each of the notes marked on the steel drum with the sticks and play a tune, which went like this. Now, this song I know from when I was younger, so my voice is terrible, but I'm going to sing it anyway. Okay. Brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la, there's a brown girl in the ring. Tra-la-la-la-la-la, brown girl in the ring. Tra-la-la-la-la, she looks like a sugar in a plum, plum, plum. Aston really enjoyed learning to play the musical instruments with his granddad. Did you like my singing? Not very much. Well, let's see if you can sing it better. One day at school, Aston's teacher told the class about the summer fair. It was being held to raise money for a new school bus. Listen, everyone, said Miss Chang. Will you all please bring in things for the school summer fair next Saturday? We need toys, books, food, anything to sell on the stalls. We will, miss, said the children all together. There's something else I have to tell you, said Miss Chang sadly. The band that was coming to play for us at the fair can't come after all, so it looks like we won't have anyone playing music this year. Aston and the children were very sorry to hear this, as they were all looking forward to hearing the band play. That's all of them in class with their teachers. Is your classroom a bit like that? And there's their Mrs. Chang. So they're looking for a band. What do you think might be an answer to their problem? But on his way home from school, Aston suddenly had an idea. He would ask his granddads if they could help. When he went to practice the steel drum with Grandad Roy, he said, "My school needs a band to play at the school fair." "No problem," said Grandad Roy. "My band will play at your school fair. It will be like a carnival." When Aston went to practice the trumpet with Grandad Harry, he told him about the school fair too. "Don't worry, lad," said Grandad Harry. "My band will play at your school fair. It will be fun." There are the granddads. Aww. Isn't that nice that they're so supportive? So when Aston went back to school next day, he excitedly told Miss Chang, "I have 2 bands for the summer fair." "That's fantastic, Aston," said Miss Chang. "But I'm afraid we only need 1 band. There won't be enough time to hear both bands." "Oh dear," thought Aston. "Which band should I choose?" That evening, both granddads came to see Aston, and he told them the sad news, that only 1 band was needed at the school fair. "Well, that's simple," said Grandad Harry. My band will play. Oh, no, you won't, said Grandad Roy. My steel band will play. Everyone loves steel band music. Everyone loves black brass band music too, said Grandad Harry. Yes, but the sound of steel band music makes it feel like carnival time, said Grandad Roy. People can dance to it. We call it jumping up. Well, everyone can march along to my brass band music and have just as much fun. I'll have you know, chipped in Grandad Harry. Uh-oh, we've got some competition. What is Aston going to do? Aston looked from Grandad to Grandad as they argued about how much everyone liked their different types of music. How could he decide which band to have play? He loved both his granddads and he didn't want to upset either of them. Then he had another idea. He jumped up, clapped his hands, and shouted, Grandad R, Grandad H, why don't the two bands play together? Then everyone will be happy. I enjoy both your kinds of music, and so will everyone else. Oh, the Grandad stopped arguing and thought about what Aston had just said. There was a silence as they looked at each other. That's a clever idea, Aston. Yes, that's a great idea. All right then, let's give it a go. Yes, I'm happy to give it a go. Aston, you can play with the new band too. Yippee! Then we'd better get together and practice. Good thinking, Aston. Oh, everybody's so happy with him and his suggestion. Aston's a very good ideas person, isn't he? He's got great ideas. And everybody's on board. We can all wear uniforms when we play, like we do in my brass band. No, it's a school fair. Let's all wear fancy shirts like we do at carnival time. I've got it. We can all wear t-shirts and jeans. Good idea, winked Aston's dad. Yes, great idea, agreed his mum with relief. You can start practicing. Oh, he's gone and helped to curb another potential issue there. Well done, Aston. The two bands really enjoyed practicing and learning each other's music, and soon the sounds of the brass instruments and the tones of the steel drums blended together. Oh, that's fantastic. I can't imagine what that sounds like. The day of the summer fair arrived, and there was a cheer when Aston and the band came onto the stage. Aston was the star of the show. He played first on the trumpet and then on the steel drum. And when the band had finished playing, everyone clapped and cheered. Well done, Aston, said Miss Chang. You've saved the day. All the grown-ups like the music so much. They've put lots of coins in the collecting bucket for our new school bus. That's great, said Aston happily. We love playing in your band, said Grandad Harry. My band? Exclaimed Aston. Well, it was your idea to make it one band out of two, said Grandad Roy. So that makes it your band. Everybody is enjoying the music and dancing. It looks like a lovely, lovely day. Aston must feel amazing. Thank you, Grandad R. Thank you, Grandad H, said Aston, giving them both a big hug. I think I'll call the band the Steel and Brass Music Makers. The Steel and Brass Music Makers. Hooray, shouted the crowd. Play us another tune. Aston and his granddad smiled at each other as they struck up the band and played one more time. I love playing music, said Aston. It makes me so happy. And he gave a big bang on the steel drum and then a loud toot on the trumpet. Oh, how much fun. And that is the end of today's story. That was lovely. I think I'm going to look for the next one, because if we look here, we can see there's one called My Two Grannies. And the thing I like is that the main character is called Alvina. Her name's spelled with an A and mine's spelled with an E, but I still like it anyway. Did you like the story? Have you got new things that you want to try out, like musical instruments or dancing or poetry? Give it a go. Just have a see. It could be fantastic fun. So until next time, stay connected by checking the description box below and connecting on Instagram or Facebook. And I can't wait to see you again on Storytime with Auntie Vina. Bye for now.